Here's a quick look at the smoker reverse flow offset that had some high schoolers make last year. They did a lot of the designing and work on their own, and so you know, we're learning from some mistakes, but I think in the end it was a pretty good deal. Starting at the bottom, this tank had these feet on it, and so we built this base, and actually there's a gap in between the smoker box, firebox, and the base. And the idea was that we were offered also a trailer, and so we wanted it so the smoker portion could just come off of this rolling base. So the rolling base is great when we're here at home, but eventually if we want to be able to actually put this on a trailer to take it around places, we can just unbolt it with 4 bolts and we can move it right over. Inside, we left room for a second row of racks, but for now we only had the one in. And we actually made the bottom reverse flow plate removable. It's fairly airtight, but we made it so we could pull it out if we just needed to change things or clean things or get to it. We've been running into the issue of about probably 75 degrees at least, hotter temps on this right side thermometer than the left side. And so one thing we've done in the temporary is we just stuck some quarry tile down there to try and help shield that heat that's coming off the top of the firebox. Here we got our firebox. This came out a little ugly, but functional at least. We got our lower door that we can adjust. We got the upper door, and we don't have anything on that right now. We just have been leaving that open. Got our latch here. Inside, we've got it so that the rack can pull out. Now up there you can see we put this as like a heat shield. That was one of our first attempts to try and help deal with that heat difference situation, and we just kind of tacked that in there to see if it made a difference, and it made a little difference but not a ton. But definitely with the infrared thermometer up top here, we're getting temps on the top of the firebox of 500 degrees when we started a good sized fire in the firebox. Now all this said, we're definitely a bunch of rookie smokers here, and so we need to get this thing up to temp and let it sit for an hour or more to see how much it balances out. I've also had some friends who are doing the smoking business, and they've talked about how tipping that in down or up can make a big difference on the balance from side to side. So we're gonna have to play with that. If we find that maybe tipping it down or up makes a big difference, we could just take a car jack and jack it for a test. Then maybe we could always redesign it and actually permanently put it at a little bit of an angle. So we've got some options here, but yeah, you see what we got. All we were able to get for chimney was some chimney pipe, but it was the correct diameter and length to match up with the formula. Oh, and the last thing is, yeah, this door warped a lot when we cut it. So right now, this is obviously an issue. We've got a sizable gap there, which I don't know how well you'll be able to see if I change my light a little bit. But I mean, I can stick my finger, there you go, through there. And the same goes on the top. You can see right here, there's at least 3/8 of an inch gap in the middle, flattens out towards the ends. So we tried bending this thing, but it was not wanting to bend. And so we're gonna have to try and come up with some other options on how to get that straight, even if it's just welding in the hole and essentially just filling the gap. So we're gonna come up with something for that. But hey, we're open for ideas, and we'd love to hear what you guys think on how we can improve this smoker, to have some fun out here in the shop, and even maybe come up with a design that we could repeat and make more of. Thanks, guys.